What's up, everybody? It's Dr. Lyles here, and I'm going to jump in on these videos too, and I'm going to play one of my favorite games, super relevant right now, called Pandemic. It's by Z-Man Games. A lot of you out there have already played this. You know how much fun it is, and so we're just going to kind of preview it and let you see how the game kind of works. There are a ton of videos out there that show you the finer details and all those things, so we're not going to go down that road, but I'm going to kind of give you a walkthrough and just kind of show you a few of the ins and outs, how to win the game, how to lose the game, a lot of ways to lose the game, right? And we'll just kind of talk about some of the finer points of Pandemic. So if we look, this is kind of how the board is set up for a 4-player game. You notice up here we have our different diseases that are represented by different colored cubes. We have infection deck, which have different cities on them that are going to receive infections. We have player decks that are going to tell us different cities and different things that we can do with these cards. We can fly to different cities, etc. The goal of the game is to get 5 of these cards of the same color and to go to a research station. So we always start at the CDC here in Atlanta, cash in those cards and cure the disease, right? And again, the game's called Pandemic because you're trying to stop the spread of all of these diseases across the globe here. Okay, now what makes this really, really complicated is the Epidemic Card, right? This is a card that when you pull it as a player, you have to follow these instructions. So it increases the number of cities that get infected by disease. So at first, when we start playing, there will only be 2 cities that are going to be infected. It may get up to 4 cities being infected. If it gets that high, we're going to lose. Okay? It's going to create outbreaks, and what that means is, for instance, to kind of give you an idea, if we pull Madrid as a city card or a infection card, that means there are now 4 cubes on Madrid, creates an outbreak, so every city around Madrid will end up getting a cube, all right? So that includes yellow ones, blue ones would go on yellow, so on and so forth. So that, if the counter here on outbreaks gets here, you lose the game. The other way to lose the game is if you run out of cubes and if you run out of player cards is the other way to lose. So a lot of ways to lose. How do you win? Well, you cure all the diseases. You don't have to eradicate all the disease. You just got to create vaccines for them all, so the human race will survive. This game has got a lot of great handy instructions. Every player gets 4 actions, so there's a lot of ways to move. I don't know if you can see that. And there's a lot of ways to do other things. And there's a lot of strategy that you can use in order to, say, accomplish this goal and cure your diseases. And what I love about this game is that each player card has really special abilities. So for instance, the researcher can do this action that says share knowledge with anyone in any city instead of having to be in the city that you're trying to pass the card. And that's important because we're trying to get all of these cards. We need 4 or 5 of them together in order to create a cure. And we love the scientist, right? Well, we all are scientists here in the department, but the scientist can create a cure in 4 cards as opposed to 5. Crucial, right? Here's the power team player, operations expert, creates research centers wherever you want. You don't need the particular city card to build a research center. Love that. The medic, very important player early on in the game, helps you cure disease. Instead of, say, going to a square and only curing 1 disease, the medic can go and cure all 3 in 1 action. So, whereas everybody else can only cure 1 cube per action. So it takes 3 actions for the operation expert, where it only takes 1 for the medic. So really, really important guy or woman early on in the game. Okay, so with that, like I said, we're not going to get in super amount of detail about the instructions. There are a lot of rules, not a lot of rules. It's pretty straightforward how it's laid out, and there's great instructions. The game itself plays very easily, and I think if you're into pandemics, and if you're into microbiology, or if you're just into really cool science strategy games, this is it. If you're a microbiologist, this is the game for you. So anyway, we're going to kind of preview it and kind of let you see how it looks. Well, we gave it our best shot, but today the virus took us. This was a great round of pandemic. I know we time-lapsed it, so you probably are like, what in the world is going on? I can promise you there were a lot of proud moments. There were a lot of tough losses there. At the end, when we were doing our infection rate right here, we were so close to winning. Look, we were going to cash in this. We were going to cure this one. We had the extra blue card with the researcher. We were going to pass it over to the scientists. All you have to do is get the 4 cures. This would have been one more round we needed to survive. But what ended up happening to us is we pulled this card right at the last infection stage, and that was our last outbreak that we could have, and the world collapsed upon us. So, today we just... we gave it our best, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back stronger, and we're really gonna go for it next time. So, with that, I hope you guys check this out. Again, Pandemic. It's been around for a really long time. It's an amazingly fun game. Super hard to win. A lot of ways to lose, but victory tastes oh so sweet when you finally achieve it. All right, with that, I hope you enjoyed this video from the School of Biological and Physical Sciences. We'll catch up with you later.